Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to give an introduction to me and what I want from Neurosym, an introduction to Neurosym, what it is and how it works, claims of evidence of how effective it is and what it treats, to-date knowledge of treating MS with Neurosym, getting started to Neurosym, the costs and how to use it, my symptoms before using Neurosym, health changes I've noticed after using Neurosym for 4 weeks. Were there any other factors alongside Neurosym that might have also influenced my health changes, or can they be attributed to Neurosym alone? And lastly, is it worth the money? Hi, I'm Sarah. I have MS. I have a combination of relapsing and remitting MS, and for the past few years it's been the onset of secondary MS as well. I'm not one to settle for the prognosis of worsening health and continuing disability, and I'm always looking for new ways to improve my health. Not only to stop the disease progressing, but hopefully also to make some of the existing symptoms, even those I've had for many years, better. I know we're told different, and many of you won't share my optimism, but I truly believe in my heart that we can make ourselves better. I've already had some successes, so I know at the very least improvements are possible. So recently I came across Neurosym. What's Neurosym? It's a wearable device that uses electrical impulses to stimulate the vagus nerve and improve health. So what's the vagus nerve, you might be wondering? The vagus nerve, also known as the vagal nerves, are the biggest nerves in your body. They extend from the brain all the way down to the large intestine, travelling through the neck, chest and abdomen, reaching as far as the colon. They are the main nerves of your parasympathetic system. Your parasympathetic nervous system is a network of nerves that relaxes your body after periods of stress and danger. The vagus nerve system controls specific functions such as your digestion, heart rate and immune system. The Neurosym has been well documented. Studies show that it has improved many health conditions to include fibromyalgia, gut problems, long-term COVID symptoms, inflammation, POTS symptoms, feelings of fatigue, sleep issues, HRV issues, ADHD symptoms, stress, anxiety, depression, management of chronic pain and more. But does it work with MS? To my knowledge, there hasn't been any studies so far, so basically nobody knows. On a Neurosym Facebook post though, somebody asked the question, can it help with primary progressive MS with mainly walking difficulties? And the response to the question was, while we don't have a direct study proving that Neurosym can help primary progressive MS, it has been shown to alleviate symptoms associated with nervous system dysfunction, such as fatigue, pain and stress, which are commonly experienced by individuals with MS. Research has demonstrated that vagus nerve stimulation can support the body's parasympathetic system and potentially reduce systematic inflammation, factors often implicated in the progression of MS. Some users with MS have reported improvements in energy levels, cognitive clarity, and an enhanced ability to manage daily symptoms, though individual responses may vary. Yeah, there's a lot in there that I can sort of associate with, so all sounds good with me. The only problem is it's got quite a hefty price tag. I think it normally retails at £700, but I got it on an offer, which I think is quite common if you keep an eye out, and I got it for £600. So lots, like I said, lots of money for me, and probably that's quite a substantial hit for lots of other people too, especially if you don't know if it's going to work or not. So let's get started. The first thing is it easy to use? I thought this was important because a lot of people with MS suffer from cognitive issues. Fortunately I don't, but I do suffer a lot from fatigue, so anything that's quick and easy to understand is like a bonus for me too. Is it easy to use? Yes, it is. It comes with a lovely little instruction book that's got some very simple, easy to understand instructions. Okay, here it is. All you do is you wet your ear. I've just got some water in a glass on the table. So put a bit on your ear. Hook it on your ear. Press the on button. choose the time you want to use it for. I have it set to 30. Press OK to that. Okay, now you choose intensity. So they say go up very slowly with this because everybody's different, and if you go too far it does hurt. I found after a month using it, I can go to 19 pretty quickly and it's not going to cause me any pain, and then I just go up slowly after that. To be honest, sometimes it's 19, other times it's 30 I use it at. And then when you're happy with the amount, I'll just leave it that for now. When you're happy with the amount, click OK again and just sit back and relax. So I've used it for 30 minutes, occasionally a bit longer, but most days just 30 minutes a day for about 4 weeks. So the golden question is, has it worked? But before I answer this, I think you need to know what some of my symptoms of MS were to start with. So I'm going to go through these as briefly as possible. I have severe mobility issues. I can't walk far. My legs are just generally very stiff and heavy and basically just don't work. It's not so much the pain that stops me from lifting them, it's just I can't lift them. That said, I do have pain in my legs and my bum. Yes, MS is literally a pain in the bum, excuse the pun. The pain does stop me from doing other movements with my legs, like sitting in the lotus position. I have balance issues. I have cramp in my feet as well. I've got severe back pain, particularly on the night, and in the morning it's horrendous, and during the night it wakes me up constantly through the night. I'm also very stiff, like everywhere in the morning. I have restless leg at night. I get very tired doing simple day-to-day activities, very tired. And if I do try to do anything physical, any like a little bit of walking, I feel like I've climbed Mount Everest 10 times. So I do suffer from anxiety. The big question is, has anything changed after 4 weeks? Unfortunately, I haven't noticed much improvement in my walking, which is the biggest thing I'd like to change. Sometimes I do see glimpses of hope, but I'm wondering if I imagine these, because that's what I really want to change, want to get better. So I'm going to put that to one side for a minute. But here's the big thing. I did mention previously that I couldn't sit in the lotus position because my legs were just too painful. Couldn't barely attempt it. Now I can. Basically, just got suddenly better. It started to be a little bit uncomfortable to start with, but as time's gone on, yeah, it's just got easier and easier, and now I can do it. There still is a little bit of discomfort when I push my legs a bit further, push my knees down to stretch my legs even more. That's uncomfortable, but it's getting there. Big improvements, so that's a really good sign. Another noticeable change in my body is something that's not important to me at all, but it does give me hope that Neurosym in time will help other parts of my body grow stronger. Strange enough, that's my nails. I've never ever been able to grow my nails, never had long nails, never been able to cut them, although never bit them. Now, for the first time ever, I have to use scissors to cut my nails. They're much longer, much stronger. So yeah, that's the only improvements so far that I've found. The fact I can do the lotus position and that my nails are growing. So I'm not going to give it up. I'm not going to send it back, because you can send it back after 4 weeks. I'm going to keep going. Neurosym does claim that you see most significant changes from 8 to 12 weeks. Please subscribe, and hopefully in about 8 to 12 weeks I will have much better news. For full disclosure though, Neurosym isn't the only thing I've been trying over the last few weeks. I've also been listening a lot to the YouTube videos by Joe Dispenza. So some of my healing might be attributed to his teachings. But saying that, the timing of when I started losing the pain to be able to sit in the lotus position. I think I do actually attribute to the Neurosym. The teachings of Joe Dispenza and how it's helped me with my MS is something I might go through in another YouTube video in the future. Thanks for watching. I hope you come back in about 8 to 12 weeks and you have better news. There you go. Can you pose? Yeah. It's a bit uncomfortable, but we can do it! Yay! You happy? Okay, still a little pain here, but it doesn't matter. I'm doing it.